Greetings and welcome to the first annual Shakespeare Showdown. Here are your hosts, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
Hello and welcome, fight fans. I'm Rosencrantz, and with me, as always, is my faithful companion, Guildenstern.
Hello there.
Now, Gil, here we are before the final match in what has been an amazing display of heartbreak and misfortune, as many of the most miserable figures in all of literature have come together to decide once and for all who is the most tragic.
That's right, Rose. We've had some of the most tear-jerking, gut-wrenching scenes in this competition that I have ever been witness to.
Let's go to the leaderboard to recap some of the big moments in the event so far. In the men's division, we had Macbeth best Mercutio with a knockout in the first round, sending the Scottish king on to the second tier.
Moving on, we had the standoff between Verona's own Romeo Montague and Othello the Moor of Venice.
That was quite the match, Gil. It took the cleaning crew almost 2 hours to mop up the tiers alone.
It was a close call, but Romeo came out on top and moved on to Tier 2. Next, we had a bit of a controversy in the bout between Hamlet, Prince of Denmark, and Richard III of England.
Oh, that's right, Gil. During the audience voting session after their match, Richard III was found rigging the vote by murdering the audience members one by one.
That's just bad sportsmanship.
I couldn't agree more. As a result, he was disqualified and Hamlet moved on to Tier 2.
Speaking of voting drama, there was some tension as the judges gave their decision for the match between Lear, King of Britain, and Julius Caesar.
Let's take a look at the footage.
Ouch!
Oh, that has to hurt.
In the women's division, fan favorite Juliet Capulet bested Cordelia, daughter of Lear.
And in a minor upset, the Venetian vixen Desdemona defeated Denmark's Queen Gertrude in the second round. We had a rather strange situation in the bout between Lady Macbeth and Cleopatra.
Very true. Lady Macbeth actually forfeited the round because she was in the powder room.
Out, damn spot, I say, one too wide, then 'tis time to do it. Hell, it's murky, by my lord, by a soldier and a feared.
Oddly enough, that's the case, and it sent Cleopatra on to Tier 2.
And in the final Tier 1 women's face-off, we had Ophelia of Denmark defeat England's Lady Anne.
That was an interesting outcome, as Lady Anne had predicted before the event that whoever faced Ophelia would be defeated.
Sounds like she jinxed herself.
Definitely. Moving on to Tier 2, the action got even more heated. Ophelia once again came out victorious over Cleopatra, and Juliet absolutely crushed Desdemona.
Unbelievable fight, Rose.
The cleaning crew definitely had its hands full dealing with the aftermath. In the men's division, Romeo easily conquered King Lear, who seemed somewhat preoccupied, even confused by the whole affair.
And finally, we had the match between Hamlet and Macbeth, which was the source of even more controversy.
That's right, Gil. If you'll remember, we had an interview with Macbeth's training team before the fight, and they insisted he'd come out on top. Let's take a look.
Lord Macbeth, King of Scots, cannot be defeated in equal combat.
They seemed rather overconfident, if you ask me.
And with good reason. It was discovered that they'd been administering tragedy-enhancing drugs.
Looks like those tragedy-enhancing drugs worked a little too well.
Moving into the semifinals, we had a truly astonishing match between two of the most tragic figures in history, Romeo and Hamlet.
That's right, Rose. It was one of the longest, most grueling standoffs we've seen so far, as each of the contenders did their best to out-soliloquy each other.
To be or not to be, that is how they've been married, which their keepers call of slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against the sea. Oh, my love, my wife, death to die, to sleep no more, and by a sleep to In another clash of the tragic titans, Ophelia and Juliet went head to head.
That was quite a showdown, and a close call until Juliet launched into a frenzy of hysterical sobbing that actually drowned her opponent in a torrent of tears.
Just amazing! Let's see that in slow motion.
Which brings us to tonight's main event, the ultimate affray between the two most tragic figures the world of literature has to offer.
Let's go now, live, to each of the combatants who have not yet been told who they'll be facing in the final match.
Romeo Montague.
Hello.
This is it. The moment you've been training for. You faced and defeated the most hopeless, luckless, woeful opponents in the circuit, and now you've made it to the final duel of despair. How do you feel?
I feel good. I really think I have a chance to win this thing.
Romeo, up to this point you've been kept unaware of the results in the women's division, and it's time to reveal to you who you'll be facing in the final bout. Are you ready?
Yes?
Well, Mr. Montague, the matchup couldn't be more perfect. Your opponent for the last fight is none other than your beloved Juliet Capulet. And what do you have to say to that?
Romeo? Romeo! Wherefore art thou talking?
It looks like Romeo might need a little time to process this. Let's go now to our other finalist, Juliet.
Juliet Capulet, you have displayed unrivaled levels of soul-destroying sadness, and it's time to face your greatest challenge yet. Are you ready to hear the name of your opponent for the deciding match?
Yes?
Juliet, brace yourself. You'll be facing your one true love, Romeo Montague.
Juliet? Juliet, can you... Juliet, please.
I think she may need a little time.
Well, the fight is fast approaching. It's a packed house, and the tissue vendors are working overtime as the audience prepares themselves for what will surely be an absolutely stunning display of misery and misfortune.
That's right, Rose. We've got two amazing combatants, and it's anybody's guess who will come out on top.
But there can only be one winner, Gil, and only one competitor will walk away with this handsome trophy at the end of the night.
And now it's showtime! The lights are down, and the house is dead silent as we await the entrance of the contenders.
What's this? The stage is empty. Where are Romeo and Juliet?
Hold on, Rosencrantz. I'm just getting word that there's some kind of situation in the dressing room.
Unbelievable, folks. Rather than face each other in the ring, Romeo and Juliet have chosen to end their lives in a double suicide. A shocking outcome, but it really couldn't have happened any other way. These two star-crossed lovers...
One moment, Rosencrantz. I'm getting word now that there's some kind of commotion in the trophy room. Aha! I win. Everyone else is dead, and I am the winner. I am the king of tragedy. Me.